All right, welcome back to our Community Voices segment. Today joining us is Miss Rebecca, Jamie, Blake, and Ben. Look at that, I did it, y'all. And they are here. Jamie and Rebecca are from Finches, and Ben and Blake are from Southern Brothers Farmers.
Yes.
I got it right. Okay, look at that, y'all. And we're here to talk about a new event coming to Thunderbolt tomorrow.
Yes.
So before we get into that, Rebecca, I'll have you introduce kind of what Finches is and how we got here.
So we're a sandwich shop primarily, but we host a lot of really fun events. And we're launching Finches Fresh, which is going to be an outdoor market. We're featuring a bunch of local vendors, all sorts of fun things to do for the family, and very food focused as always.
Yes, and that is where Southern Brothers Farmers comes in, because as you see, they're holding some pretty funky mushrooms over here. So is that some of the stuff you all are going to be showcasing tomorrow at the farmers market?
Yes, ma'am. We'll have lion's mane and these golden oysters right here.
Wow, very cool. And so do you only grow mushrooms, or do you all grow different types of stuff?
Mushrooms are the main breadwinner, I guess you will, but there are other things we do, but mushrooms are the main focus.
Perfect. And are you all excited to be a part of this, first of its kind event?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. What about you, Miss Jamie? How are you feeling today?
I'm great.
Yeah.
I'm great. Yeah.
Excited
we're super
for tomorrow?
excited. I think it's going to be an awesome next 12 weeks that we'll be doing this every Sunday. Starts at 9 a.m., goes until, hopefully everyone sells out and everyone makes money and everyone's really busy and having fun. So we're just calling it 9 a.m. until.
Yeah, and so, like you were saying, Rebecca, this is a great time to showcase what we have here in Savannah, and specifically, Thunderbolt and what Thunderbolt is,
There's
right?
a lot to see, there's a lot to offer. The selection of vendors that we have are a little bit smaller scale, which is what we wanted to focus on. We wanted to offer a platform to some folks that maybe not everybody knows, but who have some really special items and merchandise as well that's coming out. There will be so many fun things that you can also shop and pick out if you're maybe doing some early holiday shopping this year, or just want to get a trinket for yourself while you're there.
Yes, that is perfect. That's a perfect way to put it. Literally, it's the perfect thing to do on Sundays, right? After you go out with the family, maybe you're a churchgoer, or maybe you just like to, browse on Sundays. I think it's the perfect day to have something like this.
Should be really fun. And we are doing it rain or shine because many of the vendors will be covered overhead or also inside our shop.
Speaking of the vendors, let's talk about some of the vendors that's going to be on the list. We don't have the flyer up, but we will have it online. So you've got jewelry that's going to be there. You've got farmers. We've got candles. We've got a face painter.
Face painter for the kids.
So
there's also going to be custom trucker hats that you can do from our friends at Mess Hall.
Okay.
We have some stationery that's coming in. There's going to be soups and salads and sourdough bread and lots of things that you can grab and take home.
That's where I'm going to be tomorrow.
So exactly. If you aren't one to maybe bring a bunch of produce home and make a meal, we also have things that are pre-made and ready to go for you that night.
And how perfect is that to get on a Sunday, right? I don't feel like cooking on Sundays ever.
Couldn't be
perfect
easier.
way to start your week, right?
Yes.
And so are you all excited to be able to participate in something like this and kind of get out your mushrooms? I feel like a lot of people don't know that there's different varieties of mushrooms.
Of course. Yes, so that's part of our business model, is to help educate folks about gourmet mushrooms, because we only know one type that we get from the store. There's a big variety that's out there that's delicious and different flavors and textures.
Speaking of that, can you explain a little bit of what we got here? So I know you said lion's mane, and then
so Blake's holding on to the lion's mane here, then I've got the gold oyster.
Okay.
And the lion's mane is actually a pretty cool one. I actually consider that kind of a niche mushroom. It's actually medicinal. So it's got myelin in it, which helps cut the end of your nerves, the myelin sheets.
Wow.
But actually it's got a very crab-like quality to it. If you cook it down with butter and onions, it turns into like imitation crab or lobster. It's really interesting.
Very interesting. So very vegan friendly. Vegan crab boil going on. And I have heard oyster mushrooms taste like chicken.
Actually, so they have what I like to call a tofu tendency. So they'll absorb the flavors they come in contact with.
Wow.
So it's a very versatile ingredient. So it's not going to be like shiitake, for instance. That's a very strong flavor. Mushrooms are very mild on their own, but whenever you add different aromatics and flavors, they're going to soak all that up.
Well, look at that. We've learned something new today. And we're going to be learning all weekend, because we can learn from all the vendors tomorrow at the event. So when people come, Rebecca, tell us, what they need to know. Is there anything with parking or anything like that?
There is a little parking factor.
Okay.
We have only a few designated parking spaces, but there's a park down the street called Honey Park, and you can make your way down there. It's a beautiful walk. You can stroll down by the water here in Thunderbolt as well. And we're also offering parking through the church or the Thunderbolt Museum. You're welcome to pull up, and I think that the market won't take too long, but we're hoping that people may stay for a coffee or a muffin or a sandwich.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you did explain that, because I'm sure that can be confusing tomorrow. So make sure you park if there's no parking spaces in front of Finches. We just told you those 3 places, and we will have all of that on our website. And I mean, you've got to come out and meet the Southern Brothers farmers, man. You've got to come out and meet Ben and Blake and all of the other amazing vendors, and Jamie and Rebecca, right?
Thank you so much.
Of course, so it's going to be every Sunday from 9 until, and we'll have more information on how you can find out about this on our website, wsav.com/todayweekend. We'll have more news for you when we come back.
Thank you.